The amazing Colonel presents Abraca Chicken, introducing Beyond Fried Chicken, only at KFC.
All right, so after what was clearly a very successful test market about a year or so ago, KFC is finally taking their Beyond Fried Chicken nationwide. And being that I actually checked it out about a year or so ago when they were doing that, I decided to swing on back to see if this is actually going to be better the second time around. So sit tight, guys, because coming up next is part 2 of KFC's all-new Beyond Fried Chicken.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
All right, so welcome back to the channel. It's Ian K going in on something very familiar, guys. I mean, this is looking pretty much exactly like I remember, and as you're gonna see here, lots of crispy goodness for sure. I'm definitely digging the presentation on the 6-piece, and I can't wait to get into this. But first things first, let's break this one down. What we've got here is a 6-piece order of Beyond Meat that's formed into chicken, guys. This is actually made from plants using pea protein and a lot of fried crispy goodness on the outside of it, clearly. But as you're gonna see here, they look like chicken nuggets, but they're made from plants, and I'm definitely digging the presentation. A little too formed for me personally, but still looking very, very good. And of course, you can't have chicken nuggets without something to dip into, and in this case, we're gonna have the rebranded finger licking sauce known as KFC sauce to go in on, as well as some of their classic ranch. I definitely can't wait to do that. So yeah, looking very familiar indeed, and like I said, for the 6-piece that I'm looking at here, I think the pieces look a little too formed for me, to be honest. But let me just pick one of these up here and we'll get into it. And as you're gonna see, they're almost like little perfect squares actually, with a little bit of ridge there. They got a little bit of ridges on the side there, on either side actually, as we go around, but the crispiness is absolutely on point. So let me just rip one of these really quick. And this is not working very well. There we go, all right. It's a little tough. Wow, that's actually very tough. But as you're gonna see, it looks like it's got the chicken fibers, as you can see. Very nicely done there in terms of the presentation, but that actually had a lot of pull. So let's give this a shot, guys. It's the all-new Beyond KFC, Beyond Fried Chicken, actually. Let's give it a go. Wow, very tough, but familiar flavor. All right, right off the break, aside from the toughness, one thing I'm noticing right away is this doesn't taste initially like KFC's famous chicken. I mean, the 11 herbs and spices are supposed to be on this naturally. That's what you're expecting. But overall, I'm not really getting any of that. It almost feels a little generic in terms of the flavor. Let me see if that can kind of focus in and you can see. Again, it looks like chicken, but it's kind of falling apart on the outside with the coating this time around. I don't know, let me put that one down real quick here. This is actually a little bit of a better representation. As you can see, it looks like a piece of white meat, and the coating looks decent. You can kind of see all the little seasonings on the inside of this one here, but at the same time, so far, it's a little so-so. Let's just keep going in. Man, that is tougher than I remember. I mean, it's not bad, I mean, it's fried, but no, not really feeling it so far. I mean, again, I like it because it's fried. I mean, the flavor is okay, but it's a little bit more of the generic version of a chicken nugget, to be honest. And actually, with the pea protein formed into chicken, on the inside here, that name brand Beyond Meat goodness. It's cool to have the representation of chicken visually, but so far the flavor is not quite doing it for me this time. And considering the price point on this one, so far it seems a little lackluster, to be honest. But hey, it's good to have choice, right? I mean, naturally having variation on the menu is a good thing, and having the option for Beyond Meat is always a beautiful thing. So let me whip open a little bit of the KFC sauce here, and we'll go for a dip to see if this is gonna do anything flavor-wise. Obviously with the sauce, I think it's gonna do something, but at the same time, let's just give it a shot. All right, so at first glance, it looks like a straight up chicken nugget going into some KFC sauce, AKA the finger licking good sauce here, but let's give this a go with it and see how the flavor is. Yeah, it definitely looks the part. Okay. This piece is a little bit softer. Maybe a little bit more tougher on the other one. This one is actually a better experience. Not bad with the sauce. And again, just to show you on the inside, because visually this looks really, really nice. It looks very solid and again, like a white piece of chicken, but it's based off of pea protein and plant-based fibers. So as you can see, it's looking really, really good. And of course it goes amazingly well with the KFC sauce here. So let's go for another one with this, and then we'll get into some ranch next. But this is definitely helping, obviously. Better piece this time, definitely better piece. And again, just to show you that plant-based action from Beyond Meat, a very cool looking chicken nugget. Even though it feels a little generic, it's definitely fitting the part in terms of the visual representation. Not bad there. All right, so we're gonna get into my old standby, the classic ranch. I can't wait to do this with these Beyond Nuggets. But again, a very interesting experience this time around, guys. So far, let me pick up another one here and see if we get the same experience, and hopefully it's gonna be better or the same as the last one. As you can see, nice and rich, nice and thick on this here. Let's give it a shot with the classic ranch. Okay. I think that first one was the outlier. There have been better since. Definitely. But, and it's a big but, don't get it twisted, I'm not getting the 11 herbs and spices from the kernel. It really feels like a generic chicken nugget. That's the only thing. So I think that's pretty much what this is, but the branding is KFC because the flavor is a little on the blander side. But at the same time, I mean, it's fried, it's crispy, and it definitely presents well. Like I said, in terms of the presentation on the inside, I'm just really kind of surprised that even though I can kind of see all those little seasonings that are on the outside of this right now, you're not really getting that in terms of the flavor. And again, just to show you, as you can see, it looks like we've got the peppery goodness. It looks like it's got something extra to it. It's just not really delivering. That's the only thing. So I was hoping this was going to be a little bit more improved naturally from the last time around when it was in the initial test market phase. So this is kind of the addendum to that, hoping that it was going to be a little bit better compared to the first time around, which it wasn't bad the last time either. But this feels like it's the exact same thing. That's the only problem with it. So I wish it's a little bit more pronounced in terms of the flavor, but at the same time, you have an option for fast food when it comes to Beyond Meat. Now it's over at KFC nationwide, and that's actually a good thing. So there you go. The outer representation of a chicken nugget is not looking too bad on this one. And as you can see, it looks like it's seasoned up fairly well. And on the inside, as you're going to see, a very cool looking doppelganger for white meat chicken. But at the same time, the flavor is just a little muted in my overall opinion. And naturally, I'm not really getting the 11 herbs and spices from KFC. If you were to blindfold me and have me bite into this, I wouldn't think it's a KFC product. But at the same time, it's cool to have a choice. And again, visually, it looks really, really slick.
Plant-based fried chicken. KFC. It's finger-licking magic.
All right, so given the fact that I'm experiencing the exact same product the second time around, I'm not going to be giving this one another rating because naturally, if you've seen my first review, all the further detail that you're going to get from that one is going to be the exact same thing. I was really hoping the quality was going to be just a little bit better overall in terms of the spicing, the 11 herbs and spices in general. But like I said, what we've got here is the same generic tasting nugget, but with the KFC name on it. So I'm expecting a little bit more from it, naturally from a nationwide release, and I think you guys are as well. But hey, do me a quick favor. Drop some comments down below. Let me know if you've given these a shot. And if you did, what did you actually think of the overall flavor? Were you getting the KFC vibe, so to speak, with this one? Drop those comments down below and definitely let me know. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Well, I gotta say, I'm definitely digging the packaging, KFC. I mean, this really does fit the part, and visually, it looks amazing across the board. Naturally, the presentation of the chicken itself, the inside of it, and of course, what you're seeing on the outside, especially when you buy it. But at the same time, that's not where it counts. It's when you bite into it that it has to taste amazing. And while it's okay, it is what it is, at least from my experience today. All right, everyone, until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for checking out another one of my reviews. But just in case you didn't see the one before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's gonna recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.